Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name's Sophie, you might know me as the Folding Lady. Today we're going to do some baking and I'm going to show you how to make my very easy brownie recipe. So a couple of things about this recipe before we start is that this can be your base brownie recipe. That's what I want you to treat this as. So when you learn how to do this brownie recipe, you'll be able to then make it your own. You might want to add chocolate chips. You might want to add mini eggs. You can literally take this recipe wherever you want, but this is a real easy basic. And also because it's not too chocolatey, because we're not really adding much to it, this is a great packed lunch brownie as well. Something that's not gonna drive them too far up the walls for the teachers, maybe a little bit. Anyway, let's get started by getting out our ingredients. Dark chocolate, the cheap one is absolutely fine. That's what I use. Some butter. If you're wanting to use dairy-free butter, the Flora one is really good for baking. Some caster sugar, some plain flour, and then 3 eggs and some vanilla. So to start, we are going to weigh out the chocolate and the butter. So we're going to melt the butter and the sugar together first, and it's 175 grams of each. I have made this recipe so many times. It's one that I know off the top of my head. Now, for those of you who didn't know this, and I appreciate some of you will, but let's remember, you've got to start somewhere, so not everyone will know this. On your blocks of butter, if you don't have any scales, you do have a measurer just here. So you can use the packet to see how much you need, and we need 175 grams, so I'll go 50, 100, 150, probably about there for 175. Let's see if we've got this right. Ooh, here we go. Oh, so close, 171. But you can see how useful that is. Oh gosh, 178. Come on, Sophie. There we go, that'll do. We're not precious here. Okay, let's take our scales off, and then we're just gonna put this on a very low heat because we don't want it to burn. We do want it to melt. You can melt your butter and chocolate however you like. I like to keep it in one pan because it keeps the recipe very easy. While that's starting to melt, I'm gonna weigh out my caster sugar. We need 250 grams. So one of the reasons I have my baking drawer here is because I do all my baking here and I can just tidy up as I go. Some of you might not know that we just moved into this house and it's a new build. If you're wondering why it's so beige, it's because that's how it is. And if you're wondering why I keep looking out my window, it's because there's people everywhere building the rest of the houses and I just keep catching them in my eye. We will be decorating eventually. They advise you not to decorate when you move into a new build just because of the cracks and stuff that can appear, like settling cracks, but also because if they do need to do any repairs, they'll only decorate to the level that they gave you the house at, so white walls. I can't have white walls in my kitchen for 2 years, guys. This is just terrible. They're already dirty. If I was going to give you a reflection of my possible personality, this is more of a reflection of the kind of thing I want in my kitchen. I love this vase so much. Let's pop that there so everyone can see it. Anyway, back to the brownies. So this is now fully melted. We're going to take it off the heat to cool before we add the rest of our ingredients. I could just eat it just like that, actually. Yum. We're nearly done as well. Nearly done. Just a quick clean up there. So next we're going to mix in our caster sugar. Next we're going to add our eggs. You're going to add your eggs one by one. You'll really start to see the mixture thicken up now, which is absolutely correct. Last one. I usually make this recipe with Arthur because he loves cracking eggs, and the fact that this recipe's got 3 is his absolute joy. We do also get shell in it as well though. Makes it crunchy. Right, so once you've done that, you'll see that that is looking lovely. We need to add our vanilla. I'm gonna add a couple of teaspoons. Give that a little mix. Now we're going to weigh out our flour and add that, and we are very nearly done. Now this bit, just keep stirring it in. It does take eventually. And it does seem like it's a little bit lumpy, but trust me, just keep going. Those lumps do disappear and you're gonna have the most yummiest brownie batter that you're definitely gonna make sure you leave some to lick off the bowl. Right, we're ready to bake. Now I just wanna show you the two different types of brownie tins you can use. This one is my trusty 9x9. I use this for so many dishes. So generally this is just a really handy size dish to have in your collection. And then this is an actual brownie tin. Now the difference you'll get is these brownies will be thicker, and depending on how long you bake them for, they might be gooier as well if you use the same amount of time. These ones will be thinner. It turns out my lot like them thicker and gooier in this one. So I am gonna use this one today. I think also if you're gonna add extras such as, I don't know, big bits of chocolate bars or something like that, you do want to use a thicker one because they'll take up most of the top. But if you're wanting to do maybe packed lunch brownies, then I would use this one because you'll get more out of this. You'll definitely get a week's worth of brownies out of this one. I do have reusable parchment, but I've got this one piece left that I'm gonna use because I need to get rid of it. It's just sat in the drawer. If you scrunch it, it sits in better. But to be honest, I see people using the clips. They're actually a really good idea, so I do think I might invest in some clips. Because if you've got a fan oven, when you put it in the oven, then this eventually does blow a little bit. Now we're gonna pop it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. What you're looking for when it's done is a nice crack across the top. Can you just note there's minimal cleanup? This is the other thing about my easy recipes. They're just minimal cleanup, which is the motivation we need. Okay, let me show you this crack on the top that I was talking about. This is what you're looking out for. This means you're either nearly done or you're done. The other test that I do is, does it wobble? Because sometimes when it wobbles, it just needs another 5 minutes. So you want cracks and not too much wobble. We need to leave this to cool now, and then we will get it out and cut it up. I've got a few different serving suggestions. So if you're serving these for packed lunch, whack them in the fridge. They'll go nice and hard, pop them in the packed lunch box, and they'll be at room temperature by lunch. Perfect lunchtime temperature. The other serving suggestion is warm. They are so delicious warm. And I don't mean bake them as close to the time that you're serving. Obviously that's great if we serve them right now, but you can reheat these, so 30 seconds in the microwave, and they'll go nice and warm and gooey again. I wanna cut this up now while it's warm to show you how delicious they are inside. The truth is I'm not precious about this because some of your guests will want a big piece and some will want a small piece. So don't worry about it too much. But if you do want exactly the same, I go center of that, and then same that way. A little bit of gooiness. This isn't like a cake, so we want a little bit on our knife, a little bit of gooiness. There we go. Just absolutely perfect. And then I'll just grab out some different toppings. So this one is Jude's salted caramel. It also comes in a chocolate that is so delicious. Some squirty cream. I use goo pots. I saved the glass goo pots as it's Easter coming up. We can add some mini eggs, pop it on the table, pop the bowls on the table, and everyone will enjoy those. So that's the end of my really easy brownie recipe. I'll put all of the details that you need in the description box. If you really enjoyed this, we're gonna do a bake per week, as well as home organization and home tips from me.